So front of the board, more stable, more in the straight line and for choppy water. Get your weight at the back of the board, makes it much more manoeuvrable. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah, definitely, yeah. One, two, three. See how it works?
Yep.
Yeah, so.
Hello, welcome to the channel, welcome to another SUP board video, but this one's might be a short one, I'm not sure yet. I've actually decided to have some advanced paddleboard lesson, and if I'm going to get into this sport, I want to learn from somebody who knows what they're talking about. I've got the Bluefin Carbon 10'8" board, which is in there, which is ridiculously huge once you get it on your back. I've got a dry bag for some stuff in there I might talk about later. That's not actually part of it, that's for when I sleep in the van. And I've got the Peak life preserver, life jacket, whatever you want to call it. Conditions today, I'm told, are not ideal because the winds are over 14-15 miles an hour, which potentially you want to stay around 10. If it's 10, it's beautiful. But we'll just go down and have a look here at the canal. So it's not too bad. You can see there are lots of ripples on the water. Not ideally what you want. But yeah, I'm down here near Saltaire, so we'll see how we get on. Waiting for the instructor. It's going to take me about 20 minutes to get the wetsuit on and all the other bits. Pump the board up. And there's Pepper with 1p. And hopefully this will be a good day. I'm hoping to learn a lot today. My advanced SUP training today was by River and Dale. I did consider putting all the training that I did today here on this video. I think it's only fair just to put little snippets, because if you're going to go on a training course, then obviously as a small business they need people to go and have the training. But I'll talk more about that later on. Obviously you need to go and get in the water and let him see how good you are, your weaknesses, your strengths, and what you really need to learn to get the best out of the training course. Okay, so we've got his dry bag, got those goodies in there, we've got the vest on. Let's hit the water. Right, looking forward to this. Look at me barnet. Bloody hell. Close my eyes and do 10 strokes. What, from here? Now? Alright. Right, it's turning left. Feels like I'm turning left. I know I'm left because I'm in the weeds. Oh my god! I knew I was turning left at one point.
So you knew you'd gone left?
Yeah, I knew I'd gone left, but I didn't know whether I'd put enough, you know, to take it back.
Paddle in the water for support.
So it's opposite leg, opposite side.
Plant your foot. So your rear foot is currently bent backwards on your dog. Plant your toe as if you were doing a normal squat. That's it. And then you're applying pressure through that back foot as well as the front foot. Good. Let me move myself out of your way, obviously. Hey, that's it.
Oh!
There's lots of talk online these days about mental health and finding a way to relieve the stress of life, and especially work in the city. I work in the centre of Leeds and I find it incredibly stressful. If I could find a way out to have a life that is better, that gives me that peace of mind and the ability to be able to just push society away, then I would take it. And I find that mountain biking for me is part of that, especially part of the social aspect of it with the Patreons. But there is something inherently beautiful about supping, especially being on the water. It's hard to describe because you think, well, you're just floating around on the water. But there's something so relaxing and peaceful and, air quotes, being at one with nature. No, we're not quite getting into tree hugging, but the sound of the water, the trees, the wildlife, and just being on the water, for me, is something that I think I'm really going to enjoy the further and further I get into the sport and learn better techniques and being just enjoying the sport more. I really would like to do some solo supping, especially up in the Lake District and further afield, but also I would love to go on an expedition for, say, a full day, maybe 2 or 3 days with a group who are more experienced than me. So if this is you and you'd like to have somebody like me tag along, then please let me know in the comments box.
Okay. No, I think we're good because we're about to crash into the swans there. Swans! Do you fancy having a try at that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah?
Do I need to set this off then?
No, keep the leash on you. So we'll stuff your paddle.
Oh, you can touch the ball.
Yeah, like I said, it's quite shallow. So yeah, if you scoot round to your side.
Dead dogs. Oh god, that's cold. Whoa, that took my breath away. Wetsuit's not the best.
If you swing one leg up, you already have one leg on the board. Okay. I'm going to push it down under you. We're going to do it together. So just lay back in the water as much as you can. And get that leg already up. All right. So ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. See how it works?
Yep.
Yeah. So just getting them to lay out in the water. You just get under them and scoop them up.
Yeah.
Super simple.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you're ever out with and you see another paddleboarder suffering, that's the way to do it. You having a practice of it?
I'm going, I'll do one quick one. Right, so come off. Oh, hang on. It's pull and grab the other side, isn't it? So it's pull that, grab the other side. Yeah.
As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I didn't want this to be the whole training course. This course actually took about 2.5 hours, and believe you me, I asked Jonathan pretty much A to Z. Anything I could think of related to stand-up paddleboarding, legislation and all that sort of stuff was included, but I had hundreds and hundreds of questions, and he was so patient with me. Showed me the things that I need to work on and where I need to improve, and things that I might want to look at in the future to improve my stand-up paddleboard career, as it were, or my further enjoyment and advancement in stand-up paddleboarding. I can highly recommend River and Dale and Jonathan, and all the details for their Facebook page, Instagram and everything else will be in the description box below. Jonathan is planning on doing a little more advanced things, especially when it comes to whitewater and further afield, and it'll be certainly something that when I decide I'm ready for that, I will definitely be using the same people again, and definitely recommend Jonathan. If you've got any questions about stand-up paddleboarding or anything you want to know about the equipment and things that I've bought and the reasons why I've bought them, I didn't just rush out and buy all this equipment. I actually spoke to more advanced stand-up paddleboarders because, of course, we are very, very new at this. And anything that I do in future videos, I don't want people to think, well, he thinks he knows it all because he's had a couple of training courses. As we know, it doesn't work like that. It's going to take you a long time to become comfortable and learn things on your particular board, and we will make mistakes and we will learn together if you're interested in me following this journey here on the channel. Give me a like, subscribe and share if you want to help a small channel, and I shall see you in some more mountain biking, hiking, van life and some SUP boarding videos coming to the channel real soon. Definitely worth the training. If you're thinking about it and you want to take it to the next level, then get yourself some professional training. It really does make a difference.
Well, there we go, that's my 2-hour session over. Absolutely worth it. Now, you could just literally get a paddleboard from Go Outdoors, somewhere like that, jump in the river and have some fun. But if you want to take it serious and you want to learn about manoeuvres, how to turn properly, speed, being able to paddle in a straight line, technique on pull and push rather than just pulling constantly on the paddle, things to look out for, techniques for getting on and off the board, safety things like that. It's all in this little 2-hour session. Absolutely brilliant. I think I've learned more. I probably learnt more in the first 15 minutes than I did on the other 2 sessions I had, which were admittedly more of a taster session. This wetsuit that I've got on the long johns is bloody cold, but that's because this is a 3mm. 4mm, maybe 5. If you're affected by cold water, 5mm would probably be better, but it's going to be too much for you when it comes to summer. So absolutely brilliant. I'm not going to show you the whole video because it's unfair to him, because then other people won't want to pay for it. But yeah, we've learned everything about turning on a dime, where position on the board, whether you're at the front or the back, how that affects things, and all the rest of all that good stuff. And here he is. I'm about to say Goodbye, he's come to pick some rubbish up, I think. There he is, there's the main man. Oh, P.S. watch out for the dog shite.